Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Elaine. How are
Hello.
you?
Hello.
Hey. Very well. How are you all going?
Fine, thanks. Fine.
And you?
Great.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
great. Yeah, good.
Yes. Yes, nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Have you a good week?
Me? Yep.
Yeah.
We've all had good weeks, I'm sure. You go first.
Yeah, I had an amazing week because it was full of work, full of inspiration here in the farm. And we have like already a lot of material recorded. It's just also a lot of work with editing everything.
Yeah.
So I think today we are soon, like during the day, we are going to release the third video. But it's a great experience because like everything somehow really comes in a right way in the place where I am. So I'm working with the plants that are like anyway have to be planted here in the farm. And I have a really nice guidance of the people. Like I was already saying this on the beginning, but after this 1 week, I can like just feel it even more. So yeah, I feel very fulfilled, and it's just getting better with the time. So it's great.
Yesterday I saw your video about parsley.
Yeah.
It's so delicate, and I like that, and I like hear your voice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting also because every plant has such a different character. I did today we will release the video about water lily. And water lily.
Okay.
Yes, and then I did also a rose, lemon tree, a papyrus. So it's very different plants. Wow. And for me it's such a different inspiration. And also I'm working in the studio. On Saturday I gave a workshop for people here that are living also in the farm or that came to visit. And we worked with 3 different plants. So it was also interesting to see how other people interpret and incorporate some of the qualities that I'm discovering. Yeah. And how are you doing?
And now we search to matches different phases of our works, because for us, yes, it's difficult because the time is so fast to share our work, and we need a slow time to think, reflect, and create a right process. It's difficult for us. But we have prepared for you a little PowerPoint where you can see our process if you want to see.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes. Okay, we try to share our. Okay. Fai schermo e fai condividi e dopo. Okay. Do you see our screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Ok, vediamo come si fa. Fai tu.
Mhm.
Oh, great.
Mhm. I saw this was very interesting.
Yes, because we try to intersecate, I don't know in English, mix our different process. So Joss takes my drawing and and tries to create his new partiture score.
Beautiful.
Wow.
So beautiful. That's a beautiful language, isn't it? Music.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, I love, look, yay. Wow.
Wow.
And
This is great.
this
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm using braille paper. You know, braille paper is a paper for blind people because I like the surface of this material, and I use this material because it already has a written story, and I like work with a material to have a story already written, and these traces remind me and the surface of the stone, and okay.
And what is the story?
It's difficult to each one can read in
All right,
his way, in your way. There are two different pieces. One it's a flower, and the other one it's a castle, Castello Sforzesco. It's a place near here. It's a place in Milan, but it's an ancient place. So I search a connection between natural and artificial world.
Why there are those lines on the sides? Do they have some purpose, or it's just?
I think the line for me it's a connection and sort of energy, invisible energy, but I try to give a form of this delicate air, or I don't know the name, but I call energy this line.
Like energy, yeah.
Yes, but I was also asking because when I looked at it first time on when you posted it before, I actually thought that there are some lines that are like stretched out and attached to the painting.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting.
Yeah. And here. And
wow.
The flower, I took the photo of this flower here last week.
Wow.
That's amazing. Wow, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
And this. And,
incredible.
And yesterday I looked for intersection, and in my last drawing, there are intersection between natural and artificial form.
Mm.
Okay, for okay.
Oh, so there it is. Is that the site?
Yes.
Wow. Awesome.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. And you, Elaine?
I've definitely been really enjoying getting to know the site and the different aspects of that. I definitely also have been feeling a sense of push to create product, because normally in the first part of a residency, I am normally quite slow.
Yeah.
Quite internal and reflective, and then I build up, and then it's like a birth coming, and then whoosh, and come. So I definitely have been feeling that kind of, I don't think I fully realized the kind of content that maybe they were looking for initially, because I'm more spirit kind of thing. But it has really been feeling like I've progressed quite a bit. I've definitely found the spot where I know I'd like to make the work. I wish that I too had a little PowerPoint to show you. That would have been a good idea, actually, to let you guys know a bit more what's actually going on there. So I've actually found a spot on the river. I mean, there's definitely a full sacred site near where I'm going to be making the work. But that's definitely for me a spot to potentially not go to. So that's also helped me to realize where I'm not going to make the work. And basically I'm making it, so there's all cascades of those rocks. I think you probably saw those images before. Actually, I'm making the work in an area where there isn't rock, and it's all the sand. And I'm going to be sculpting and shaping the sands to reflect and incorporate the idea of the rocks, but not actually use the rock. I'm actually going to be using the sands and the natural materials. And I mean, it's very powerful energies there. Wow, I ended up taking the, remember, I think you probably saw in the first one, I took the Wadandi elder out there today, and we walked around there, and there's definitely major significant site further upriver. But I'm going to be making a site just to the south, and actually that's more of a women's place, quite close by. So I'm going to be incorporating that. And I had this really awesome dream relating to the site and to the trees and to everything there. So that all felt really good. So there's going to be lots of sticks and digging and leaves and basically really honoring the water. So because the work that I made before, which was upstream, of course, that is the water that's coming down. So it's directly downstream from that original work. So definitely more focus on the water now. And actually the other main thing is when Nan was out there today, she was saying how that a big part of obviously the Aboriginal dreaming within the landscape is the snake, or the carpet snake, and the water, and how that is very much related. So it's the water and the way she moves through like a snake, obviously, through the landscape. And they're very much weaving that in, and just the importance of water. So I'm feeling like definitely in another 1 or 2 days, I'm going to be out there fully starting to make, and they're going to come and help a bit and put in. But it's such a beautiful site. So I feel very honoured and glad to be part of it all. I think probably where I need to pick up is the online content and how to share this, isn't it? In a way. So that's definitely a big learning for me.
Yes, I find it quite what you say also about like sharing it in here. I find it quite difficult because I'm really enjoying being immersed into the nature, and I actually use my notebook all the time, and I have a lot of things written and a lot of drawings. I should have taken photos and put them like in the presentation like
yes.
I really feel like it's strange to like put it everything in the computer from the paper. I'm sure you know the feeling, because it's the environment here is so natural, and you just want to be outside and be with the plants and so on. But I think I'm gonna also take more photos, because we are taking photos, but they are analog, so they will be also relieved after. But I need to take more photos just with my phone to share with you the plants.
But Elaine, where is the place? It's near your house, or
It's about a 10-minute drive.
Okay, 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes. And also it sounds similar to where you're at. So actually on one corner of the property, there's a big community farm. So yesterday was International Women's Day, and I did a workshop with the women there, and we all made the sticks with the leaves and made the natural string from the reeds, and that's all going to go into the work. And then they've got a big permaculture farm and a cafe. So on Sunday, they've got an open cafe day with lots of people coming. So they're going to be all making elements.
Nice.
But usually people would put it into the work, whereas because this is quite a sacred little special river space, I'm not going to have too many people there. So yeah, it's got permaculture. So not too far, 10 minutes. I mean, it's in an area that I know really well, but not this actual little spot, because it's quite hidden. It's a hidden river. You got to really walk upstream and go under the logs and go through the bush and to get to the spot, which is amazing, because normally I don't work in a spot like that. Normally I tend to go more community spaces or degraded spaces and then try and heal the land with the work kind of thing. But this is quite different. You're about 10 minutes from your site too, is that right? Or Clara?
Yes, we arrive in 20 minutes by foot.
Oh, great! Even better.
Yes, because there isn't a street. It's only a path in the wood. But in 15, 20 minutes, it's so near. It's near.
And
here.
it's right on the mountains, yeah? In the mountains.
Yes, in the mountains. In the mountain. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, and I've been loving your videos also. I think they're very beautiful. You're doing a really great job on them, and that whole thing with the text and the imagery and the body movement and the image, it's all coming across really well. Definitely giving us pause in the tech realm, which is so actually like I'm feeling
Pablo,
a sense of pause.
Yeah, Pablo is also doing a great work, because for me, if I would have to edit myself, would be really hard. So
Yeah.
very helpful.
Wonderful. What do you think will happen for you now, Clara and Jos? What will you do next, do you think?
I think today I'm going to our place, and I take some. I search the right dimension of a big drawing, because my next step will be create a big draw on the surface of the rocks. But now I don't know what of of my drawing will be there, and so I think I needed to have a time to reflect. I think
Exactly, yeah. Well, it's so important. I think if we go rushing in, that doesn't make sense for the places that, especially if you're in a wild place or any nature place. we have to take a pause before we make our action, don't we?
Yeah.
Isn't it? That's only what's right, kind of thing. That's probably what's partly wrong in our society, is that there's not enough pause before people make action in nature, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
Not so much listening and observing the rhythm of the nature, because actually when you start to work in the land and you see that you can't push forward, like you have to wait for the plant to grow, or you have to prepare the earth
Yeah.
and wait to put it in. So it's not like, oh, I want to do this today. And you have to also listen. That's a very interesting learning from this kind of work.
So true. Deep listening. Yeah. And Jos, I thought your drawings with the music, they are absolutely just so beautiful. Well, the drawing combo between both of you, in fact, is really special. I mean, that's the series of work there in itself, isn't it?
Mm.
Penso che gli piacciono moltissimo, mi è piaciuto tantissimo i tuoi disegni.
It's not my original idea. This is this idea come from John Cage work 50 years
50 years ago.
Years ago. I like these relationships from visual things and sound, and I try to make and work in this direction, but I don't know the goal. I waited the process very slow, and I see quello che arriva, when will arrive.
Sì, vuoi quello che arriva.
Sorry, my English is it's zero.
Well, my Italian is zero. I bet.
Je parle le français.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And
well, I think that's the true nature of the residency. Go on.
Could you repeat, please, because we don't hear.
Well, just that, I mean, that is how the residencies could be, isn't it? That we don't know the outcome, and we don't know what we're doing, and we're still, that, especially at this stage.
Yes.
It would be funny if we did know. I don't know if we'd be having a true dance with land if we knew exactly what we were doing now. Anywho, we've got at least another 12 days or whatever, isn't it? Before we have to have conclusions. Do you think?
Yeah, it's a lot of discoveries in the process itself and surprises. Like, for example, I kind of never know before which plant I'm going to plant on the certain day, because they just come in a way to me. Like,
oh, beautiful.
So even if I plan, then very often it's like, no, today is the day for something else, actually. So even in this sense, it's not so possible to know in advance everything.
That sounds fantastic. Making me think about Findhorn. Oh, sorry, go Clara.
No. I think for this work in nature, it's necessary to have a time to follow the natural time, because it's important feel what the sensation and the I don't know, the air or the energy of the nature.
Yes.
That's true. Yay. Yeah, when you were saying before, I was saying about the planting to do with Findhorn. Have you heard of Findhorn? You know, the eco place up in Scotland?
No.
Findhorn? No, it's like, yeah, it's one of the most famous eco villages or whatever in the world. And this couple, 3 of them went there. It's the north of Scotland. They went there in the late 60s, 70s kind of thing.
Mhm.
And one of the ladies there could really speak with the plants. Well, they said it was like plant sprites, you know, so it's almost like the fairies in the garden or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be able to have some communication of like, exactly like you're saying, now is the time to plant this.
Mhm.
Plant me over here.
Mhm.
So it sounds like you're tapping into that a bit.
Wow. Yeah,
Is that how it's feeling?
a little bit, but actually I feel like it's more after, in the process of planting and then dancing. Also with some plants I feel much more connection than with the others. I had a really hard time when I was working with the rose last week, also because it was a transplanting. So I had to take her out from one place to put her in a better place. But
Wow.
it felt like a surgery. It was really unpleasant operation to take her out. And in general, for me, it was somehow, it's quite an aggressive plant for me. And I was struggling with the work with the rose. So it's every day completely different and sometimes very surprising. Also, I discovered that the plants have connection with astrology. And actually, when I was working with parsley and then on the next day with the water lily, I did not know yet about which signs they are connected with, but I felt really good. And then I discovered that they are both connected with the sign of Cancer, which is my sign. So it was also an interesting discovery.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
Yay. Very beautiful.
Actually, today I have some plants that we bought yesterday in the shop. Normally we have a lot of plants just here, but yesterday we went to the shop around and we bought some flowers and some lavender. I can show you, they are waiting to be planted. Until now I was rather planting like vegetables and herbs and so on, but I have some flowers for today also. So they are here and going to find a place for them in the garden. Yeah.
It's a lovely project.
But let's see which one, and not sure yet, and where. Yeah.
Awesome.
Maybe maybe it's okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah. Wonderful. Hey.
Thank you for show us your process and your work, because it's so interesting, and for me it's interesting know you.
Yes. Same.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, thank you big time. It's so wonderful. Yeah. Loving your projects.
Great. Have a good
Okay.
work today.
Okay.
And
Thanks to you.
yes, good day, good afternoon.
Yeah.
New discoveries
Bye.
today, and
Have a
see
nice
you.
day.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Have a nice weekend.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for doing this.
Bye.
Bye.